Alright, let's talk about live audio. Now, if you aren't familiar with it, live audio is basically a stripped down version of live streaming. Essentially, it is live streaming without the visuals. Live audio technology has always been more similar to a really large international group call than it has been really, voice streaming, and that's part of the reason why it's never really taken off. But things are changing. So I'm sure you've heard of Clubhouse, this app. It's a live audio app that has really taken off among iPhone users, and seeing as this whole space is really growing, companies want in. And so, a month ago, Spotify released GREENROOM, their very own Clubhouse. It's made just to look like Spotify. People go in, start chat rooms, you can join in, listen, and request to be put on a virtual stage to ask questions and just speak. So the way it's been doing and performing, really makes live audio seem quite promising. Not super promising, but quite promising. And so, here are 5 things that Spotify can focus on to take GREENROOM from pretty good to really, really good. Oh, and if you're enjoying this video, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. Alright, first things first, Spotify needs to make it attractive. They need to make GREENROOM really, really attractive, not just to users, but to creators and also to businesses. Basically, anyone who is not on the consumption side. See, YouTube has done pretty well, and so has Twitch, and the main reason is because people want to have some financial incentive. They want a financial benefit if they're going to be spending time on your platform. Number 2, GREENROOM needs a solid algorithm that can make solid recommendations. So I'm not going to go too deep into this, but basically, music streaming apps and live audio platforms are not really that similar, despite both being audio apps. So for music streaming, it wouldn't make sense for a recommendation algorithm to be based on, say, song titles, soundtrack names, mainly because they're usually random and don't really make sense. But when it comes to a live audio chat room, similar to podcasts, what you can do is really title something like, how to lose weight, how to fix your computer. All these titles and descriptions are really, really good when it comes to views, and it's really good when it comes to keeping people on your app, platform, or site. All GREENROOM needs to do is really just implement it and implement it well. Alright, number 3. GREENROOM needs a social element. It needs a really, really strong social element if it wants to succeed. It needs likes, it needs comments, it needs follows, it needs, follow backs, it needs shares, it needs a whole bunch of these stuff. As much as I hate to say it, pivoting towards a more social media type app will allow it to hit more mass market. It's a great chance for them to make social media social again because there is that live interaction. Alright, number 4. In order for GREENROOM to reach mass market success, they're first gonna have to win over all the innovators and early adopters and get them onto this app. So what am I talking about? Now, I'm gonna reference a few things here. So first of all, the law of diffusion of innovation. Now, it roughly gives you this societal breakdown of people and how they adopt innovation. So roughly what it states is that in the first 2.5% of people, you have innovators. These are people, the risk takers, the crazy ones, as Steve Jobs would have called it. And then the next 13.5% about there are people who are willing to follow these innovators and also jump on the bandwagon early. They are willing to put money out there, put time out there, just to see what this new piece of technology could be. So according to Start With Why and Crossing the Chasm, in order to get mass market success, you sort of have to cross this 13 to 16% range before the scale tips. According to Simon Sinek, the scale tips because the early majority will not try something until someone else has tried it first. What GREENROOM needs is a super solid vision, something like voicing your opinion changes the world, or speak up. The world hasn't really seen a lot of live audio platforms in general, and so it has the advantage of really articulating a solid vision and getting people to buy into that vision. Alright, number 5, and this is the last one. GREENROOM needs seamless integration with Spotify. So seamless integration between two apps is kind of hit or miss. We have really iffy stuff like Instagram and IGTV. No one really uses IGTV. Maybe it's gonna get better, who knows, I'm not gonna count on it, but for Spotify and GREENROOM, I think there's sort of a symbiotic relationship here which would really, really help them grow. Imagine if we could host live chats on GREENROOM, and once we're done with that, we could sort of save it, import the file straight into Spotify, cut it up real quick into nice, 5-10 minute segments, and upload it as podcast and talk show style content. I think the possibilities are just, super endless right here, and it's all about just how creative we can get. And I can't wait to see what Spotify GREENROOM comes up with. But those are the 5 things which I feel will really propel Greenroom into the whole new level. It's gonna go into a whole new space. Live is the new, social media. Social media isn't social unless it's live, because people curate things, and the only way that it's not curated is if it's live, and if it is in real time, and people cannot lie, people cannot hide, they just have to be truthfully and unapologetically themselves. And that's the only way we're gonna make social media social again. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, hope you found it informational, educational, and helpful. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't yet. It really means a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace.